Good day. Ira Epstein of Linn and Associates with your metals market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Wednesday evening, and we are now on October 14th, 2020, just about 6:40 p.m. Central Time. So, as the market's gotten its legs back in reopening, that is, after 5, we're starting to slip back down. You had an update today, but again, I mentioned this morning in my morning flash, you seem to be stuck at this 1900 level. I haven't changed my opinion about that. We saw today the stock market take a hit, and that's in large part because our Treasury Secretary finally came honest with everything. There's not going to be a deal at this point in time on COVID relief. They're very far apart. Not that everybody doesn't want to make it, but the politics of it. Do you honestly think you're going to get a bill to pass at $2.2 billion or higher in the Senate? Senators are already balking that the president went up to $1.8 billion. Ms. Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, once more, forget that. So the market had to deal with it. So we got a bit of a sell-off today, a 2-day break in the market. It can move on. It'll start now focusing on who's going to win the election. Is it a blue wave, or does at a minimum, can the Senate be kept in Republican hands? That's the minimum. Or can President Trump still win? We don't know. Nobody knows. So when you listen to these polls and you write the president's office, they try to do on all the media, they wrote them off last time too. You got 3 weeks. Let's be patient and see how it plays out. So right now you trade the markets. You don't trade the emotion. And still, the gold market fell back, as you know, to this on the weekly chart of just closes, to that 18-week average. Seems to me it's trying to come down and test it again. That number's going to come in here in that 1890-20 area. When we look at a daily bar chart, there's nothing here this exciting, bullish or bearish. When you put the market together here, you have a pattern of a higher high and a lower low. We don't know that this is a swing line low. Well, all we know is we've opened up. We're having an inside trading day, so that doesn't tell you that there's a new trend. This chart says there's no trend. When I look at the 18-day average of closes, I keep telling you this 1900 level, 1899.90 is the 18-day average. And I've told you now for a couple of days, you seem to be caught between the support levels of the 100 and the 18-day average. You can pop over it. That's not a resistance point. The resistance is now here at 1935.20, the upper Bollinger Band. If you crack through everything on the downside, I look for support at the 1865. In a nutshell, gold isn't saying do a darn thing from my perspective on the market. And when I put slow stochastics on it, validates it. We're just going flat in momentum. The gold-silver ratio, as I pointed out to you yesterday, we'd been over the 18-day average of closes. We got under it. Now the market's trying to get a little bounce in it. We'll see what that does. As we take a look at the silver market, we have a lower low, a higher high, and just like the gold market, stuck right here at the 18-day average. There's something else going on, though. These markets have brought in the Bollinger Band from this point and this point where they're narrowing in at it now. You have the same thing if we come back to the gold, where they're starting to narrow in. That's what you need to do in these markets to get the market at base building or top building, whatever the next move's going to be. They got to get narrower, and that seems to be what the market's doing. In the copper market, very overbought, not punching through to the upside. The trend has been up since this whole area. I'd be a little cautious here. You might want to pull back into this $3 level and just sort of hang there. We're waiting to see more economic data. Tomorrow we get the Philly Fed. We're going to get the Empire State coming out. We get jobless claims. They're talking 830,000 claims. That's not a great number. You got to be dropping. And unfortunately, without any COVID relief coming and no relief for the employers of people, I just wonder how bad things can get. Also heard Dr. Fauci today, and that's who I listen to. I think we all do. Even if there was a breakthrough tomorrow in the vaccine, it's going to be late spring, summer before there's enough vaccines to make a real impact. And he's not saying you have reached that point. You have lower highs, lower lows in the platinum. Resistance, the 18-day average of closes, 876.70. Momentum down, so the trend is down. I say that the bears are trying to defend this 876.70, but that's a big risk back over the 901.90 level. Not in my risk-taking mentality. I see that the palladium market got up to that upper Bollinger Band and bang, right back to the 18-day average and just sort of hanging here, flat, no trend at all. And that's how I want to sum this up. There's no trend in the metals, and there's not always a trend. And I watch traders try to make something out of nothing. I wish you all the best. Eventually, the longer-term boys might be right. And as I said, I think the long-term boys stepped into the metals on that bigger break a week ago, bought the 100-day average, and they're holding them. But they trade different than I do. In the dollar index, we're still in a downtrend, oversold, resistance back at 93.82, and if you clear 93.97, you leave the downtrend, but you can't begin an uptrend on the current pattern. So when I put it all together, what do I have for you? Well, I have my morning futures video. I have been throwing out a lot of trades. So if you like to wake up in the morning to trade ideas, that's what this is about. I'm going to bring you in off what I see in the market after I've looked at Asia, I've looked at Europe, bringing you back to America. It's both short-term and swing trades. And now I have added longer-term trades as well by the weekly charts. That part of the subscription is on the weekend. I give you the really long-term trades. They can last months at a time. So a little different. You can view them in any number of ways on our charting software, our QT Mobile, your pads. It works all that way. You get news with it, what news is affecting the market, and I cover all this. I cover them in the same sequence each and every time so that there's a slide bar on our website. Just click it, you're able to go right to the section you want, pick up the info you want that fast. Tie it together with your ETF or spider trading, gets to be fairly exciting. So how does this all work? Well, it's simple. You go to our website and it explains it all under the word research. It's $7.95 for 30 days. So you and I go to Starbucks, we order one of the large coffees or latte, whatever it is. We're going to spend more than that with the tip, but now you're getting from me 30 days of this. And the only day I don't publish these, basically, is Saturday, if you think about it, because Saturday I do the weekly, so it's only Sunday. And then Monday through Saturday, you get another video. Pretty interesting. I think you're going to like what you see. If you have questions, you can call my staff. They'll answer them. If you want to go to our website at iraepstein.com under futures, under research, it's all there. I'm Ira. You have a good day. Talk to you later.